Today we are going to be reading the young Martin Luther King Jr., I Have a Dream. And the author is Joanne Mattern. Martin Luther King Jr. was a great American. He led black people in their struggle to win the same rights that white people have. Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia on January 15, 1929. His family called him ML. The King family spent a lot of time in the church. Reverend King was a pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church. ML loved to sit and listen to his father preach. ML loved sports too. He and his friends played football, baseball, and basketball. ML was one of the best players. One day, when ML was 6 years old, his friend's mother told him he could not play with her sons anymore. "We are white and you are colored," she said. ML went home crying. He didn't understand why the color of his skin should make a difference to anyone. His mother gave him a hug, and then she told him a story. ML's mother told him that at one time, many black people in America were slaves. They had to work hard for white families and do whatever they were told. Now there were no more slaves, but some white people still treated blacks unfairly. "You are just as good as anyone else," ML's mother told him, "and don't you forget it." As Martin grew older, he learned there were many bad laws that treated blacks unfairly. This one's a coffee shop, and it says whites only. Black children and white children had to go to different schools. There were playgrounds, restaurants, and hotels where only white people could go. In stores, blacks had to stand in the back and wait till all the white customers had been helped first. These laws made Martin very sad. He wanted to do something to change them. So he studied hard in school, he read all the time, and sometimes he even spent his whole allowance on books. Martin finished high school when he was only 15. Then he went to Morehouse College in Atlanta, where he was there. While he was there, Martin decided he would be a minister, just like his father. Later, Martin went to school in Boston. There he met a pretty girl named Coretta Scott. They fell in love, and soon she became Mrs. King. In 1954, Martin got his first job as a pastor in Montgomery, Alabama. Something important was about to happen there. In 1955, a black woman named Rosa Parks was riding the bus home after a long day at work when the bus driver told her to give up her seat to a white man. Mrs. Parks said no. She was arrested and put in jail. The black people in Montgomery were very angry. They decided not to ride the buses until the law was changed. Martin led the protest. For almost a whole year, black people walked or shared car rides with friends. The bus company lost a lot of money, and finally the law was changed. Black people could sit wherever they wanted. After that, Martin led many protests all over the South. Many times people were hurt, and sometimes Martin was arrested. No matter what had happened, Martin always said, "Love your enemies." He would not use violence as a weapon. He believed in peace. In 1963, Martin spoke to a huge group of people in Washington, D.C. "I have a dream," he told them. He dreamed that someday all Americans would be treated equally. In 1964, Martin won a very important award called the Nobel Peace Prize. It showed that the whole world admired his efforts for peace and freedom. Sadly, not everyone believed in peace. On April 4th, 1968, a man killed Martin outside his motel room in Memphis, Tennessee. Martin Luther King Jr. had helped to change many unfair laws, and he showed all Americans how important it is to love one another and respect each other. Thank you.